No, you got to project.
Come on, son, you've got to stand up.
Calm down a bit. I ain't got that long.
Thanks for coming, goodbye.
Here goes, I suppose. The last couple of weeks I have been asked a lot of times if I'm nervous. And truth is, I've been shitting myself. I've been saying no a lot, but yeah, I've been shitting myself about the ceremony, the first dance, and then especially this speech. But Jodie, I've never had a single doubt that getting married to you will be the best thing that I ever do. On behalf of my wife and I, we would like to thank everyone for coming today to let you all know you are about to witness the first and last time that Jodie will ever let me speak on our behalf. Seriously though, it really means the world to us to have all of you with us today. Thank you for all the effort that everyone's made, and I'd just like to say cheers to you all. Cheers. As Tony's already said, it's obviously not possible for us to have everyone that we wanted to be with us here today. Thinking of Nana Muriel, Grandad Mo, Grandad Pete and my Uncle Ben. We miss them and we know that they're here with us in spirit, and we hope that we make them proud every day. If I could ask you all to raise a glass and toast with me to absent family.
Absent family.
I'm also sure a lot of you know that events like today don't just happen. We've both been planning for today for well over a year now, and I say we. 2 years. 2 years apparently will scratch that bit out. I say we though, and I mean Jodie. She's literally done everything. Like the whole day's been a surprise to me. What time to turn up, when to get to my mum's this morning, and aside from that, it's all been a great surprise. But I'm sure we can all agree that she's done a cracking job. My new mother and father-in-law, thank you for welcoming me into your family and making me feel like your own, and thank you for being amazing grandparents to our little lady Fleur. Tony, I'd like to say a special thank you for giving Jodie away today and for your words this afternoon. When I asked for your blessing in marrying Jodie, I've never heard anyone say yes so quickly. I'm going to put that down to me. I'm not going to say it's the fact that I asked you outside green room after United had just won and we'd had 8 pints. I've also arranged for a few paramedics to be knocking about outside there for when we hand you this final bill. But on a serious note, we would seriously like to thank you for making today happen, because without you it wouldn't have been possible. If I can invite everyone to raise a glass and toast my mother and father-in-law, Julie and Tony. Mum, I also think a huge show of appreciation is in order for raising such an incredible son. Again, seriously though, thank you for supporting the both of us. You are, I've already said this to you once before, but I'm just going to tell everyone anyway. You are one of the strongest and kindest people that I know, and thank you for always being there for me and making me the man I am today. Where am I? You deserve a medal the size of a dustbin lid for what you've been through in life and what life's took to us. Unfortunately, you ended up with a scooter. Ladies and gents, if I could just invite you to raise a toast to my mum, Catherine. To my best man, Adam, groomsman, Parson, Liam, You've done an absolutely superb job. I mean, I obviously wrote this earlier, but you have actually chilled me out big time today, so I can't thank you enough. Liam, thanks for turning up. You're not dead yet. Liam, I would actually like to say a special thank you for turning up today. After seeing you take the limelight away from me in Benidorm, ending up on a drip in Levante's A&E room. Levante Hospital, that is. It really does mean the world to me that you've turned miracles to turn up today. Also, thanks to Pars, taking big role of carer of Liam. Obviously, father-in-law at the time decided to fall asleep next to you at 4 o'clock in the morning. Knocking Zed's out while he's on an IV line. Adam, seriously, you have been an absolute legend in getting me ready for today and calming my nerves. I genuinely couldn't ask for a better best mate. For those of you that don't know Adam, by the way, he is actually a salesman by trade, and he's got gift of the gab, and he likes to make things up on go, so whatever comes after this, you can just take it with a pinch of salt.
I love to say he's wrong, by the way.
To the bridesmaids, you all look amazing today. Olivia, thank you for your kind words and all the effort you've put in making Jodie's end do such a special weekend for her. Jodie's always told me that she's actually quite nervous about being in limelight, but after watching the video of her belting out Tina Turner in Dublin, I'm not sure I'm going to go. Unfortunately, our travel insurance didn't cover whiplash. I'm also told that it's completely normal for brides to have 3 end-dos these days. 4? I had 4. I've lost count. So thank you to Becky, Jess and Nicole and anyone else that played a part in sorting out 3 more parties for Jodie as well. And finally, to my wife, you look absolutely stunning today. It still feels weird saying that you are my wife, but I feel a lucky man that you said yes, but I can't say that I blame you after my romantic proposal. Sitting down at Christmas, Jodie's...
I think I poo in my pants.
Anyway, about our proposal.
Chloe, she ain't got one. River's got one back here. Get River's pants.
I'm going to say, she's got some nasty.
You know where to find her anyway, just follow So, about my proposal. So we were sitting at home on Christmas morning, on our settee, and I was so nervous that I almost forgot to get down on one knee. But seriously, I'm so happy that today I get to marry my best friend. When I first slid into your DMs in 2013, Jodie, that's not an innuendo. I wasn't expecting to go on the journey that we have been on. I was even less optimistic after you barely said a word to me on our first date. Nerves, eh?
Very true.
Nerves. But you clearly saw enough in me to want to join me on another. We've made so many memories in our 10 years together, moving out of our family homes together, travelling around Europe, plenty of holidays, more nights out than I care to imagine, buying our first home and bringing our gorgeous little daughter. That's about right, Dirty daughter! Dirty daughter! Where am I here? And bringing our gorgeous daughter Fleur into the world. Jodie, I told you that I won't bring B-Day story into it, and I am, so you can trust me on that one. If you do want to ask her about the B-Day story, she's here all night. There is genuinely nobody else that I'd rather make memories with, and I can't wait to see what the future's got in store for us, beginning with Disneyland on Monday.
Tomorrow.
Basically.
Jodie, I love you to bits, and I don't think I'll ever be able to put into words just how much you mean to me, but I can't wait to spend the rest of my life trying to show you. Ladies and gents, before I pass you over to Adam, please raise your glasses to my wife Jodie. Jodie! Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, right, yeah.
Everyone sorted?
When are you ready, son?
Commando.
So, good afternoon all. I am Adam, the best man. Like Jake said, I am trying to do things off the cuff. I am a bit nervous, not as nervous as Jake. He nearly did a flare this morning. You'll have to cut me a bit of slack. This is the first time I've ever done one of these things. I mean, I suppose.
You haven't got that many friends, though.
No, true. With a bit of luck, from anybody might ask me again for his next one. Special shout out to all the groomsmen. Our mates we were all, obviously, as well as Jake. Obviously, especially Liam. I mean, that's some recovery, that mate, to make it today. Special shout out as well to some of Jodie's closest friends, the bridesmaids. I know there's a few dotted about. You all look beautiful as well. You know, Jake's words, not mine. But talking about beautiful, I want to have a cheer for the person this day is all about. Cheer for the person this day is all about. Catherine, no, obviously I'm talking about Jodie. It's an honour to be part of your special day in front of all your friends and family, and obviously Fleur as well, who's a credit to you both. So,
Even if she pooed herself.
even if she did that, yeah. Credit to you both. Moving on to nice things about Jake.
No.
I had a bit of writer's block at this point, so feel free to shout out. No, I'm only kidding. Get something a bit hard at way first. A bit like he said about me, I couldn't wish for a better mate. I love him to bits. He's always got a laugh on his face, he's always got a smile on his face. He's prone to his 2-minute tantrums every now and then, a bit like what Fleur is, which I'm sure Jodie would agree with. But he has always got a smile on his face, and he is a very, very genuine person. Moving on about his mentality, he's the most unorganised person I've ever met. Just a few weeks ago I'm saying what's happening the day of, what's happening the night before, are we getting there, what time are we getting there, that sort of thing. And the answer I got in these exact words were, you're asking the wrong person, fella. And I can be reading it on WhatsApp thinking, well that sounds promising, you know, I've got something to go off there. But again, that's just how he is as a person, his mentality. He's not really changed that much over the years since we've known each other. Quite astonishing since we've known each other since we're about 13. He has always been, and like I say, still is funny. Has always been, still is a bit daft, in a good way. Has always been, still is a bit stupid. Quite ironic since we shared a lot of the same classes together at school. Fair to say we were both on the thick table, but he hasn't really changed that much mentally. Now obviously physically, you can't laugh, I haven't said it yet.
I know what's coming.
Physically, Jake's changed quite a bit. Bit pot call it kettle black, but Jake has changed physically over the years. Ridiculous hairstyles, making him look like certain historic figures. If you know, you know. Well, I'll tell you what it is in a bit. It'll be a bit terrible attempts at growing beards. Well, in fact, embarrassing attempts at growing beards. And for anyone who knew Jay pre-18, the obvious. The only thing, there's a few confused faces, so the only thing I'll say about the obvious is probably about, what, 3 years ago today when we first put the lockdown, when the government announced this rule about 1 hour exercise a day, Jake got really anxious because he thought it was compulsory. But it's true what they say, opposites do attract. Everyone knows in this room that Jake's been punching massively above his weight throughout the relationship. But Jodie, today especially, you're absolutely glowing in that dress, which I'm sure everyone will agree with as well. Yeah. You're beautiful inside and out, and honestly, I speak on behalf of all of Jake's mates in this room, that we couldn't wish for a better woman for him to marry and to have a family with. So, to finish up, I know some people would say that you've already made it in life, you've got a fantastic home, you've got a lovely little girl, but now you've got a fantastic marriage as well. So, stick with each other throughout the years, and you'll not be far wrong. So Jake and
One look at you